Here with head football coach Mark Dufner. You guys wrapped up spring practice a little over a week ago. Just talk about just what you thought your guys did well, especially during the spring, and just some things you'd really like to improve on going into entering, the fall schedule when you guys show up back here in August.
Well, I thought overall our guys had great attitude, gave great effort all spring long. We're indoors here, the bulk of the spring practice here. We had 3 practices at Grand Forks at the High Performance Center. Those practices all went well. We were able to get outside 2 days here, and the other 10 days we were in the sports center. Again, really able to get a lot of fundamental stuff, a lot of individual work accomplished, and just overall had a productive spring.
Who are some guys, first off, on the offensive side of the ball who really stood out to you that, they might have been guys that were factors in the fall, or might have been guys that are kind of coming on for you here?
Well, at the receiver position, Rod had a good spring here, and that's one of the things that we expect out of him. He's one of our best players, and just for him to be able to do things every practice, every game, week in and week out, I thought Rod had a nice spring. In the backfield, I thought we had a nice 1-2 punch with Eli and with Kevin. I thought those guys really ran the ball hard, and actually all the running backs did a nice job. Thought Jeremy did a nice job. The spring game, getting us checked into the right plays. I thought his understanding of the offense and the schemes really made great strides here through spring ball. I thought our offensive line and tight ends, they made some great progress through spring ball as well. Those guys really showed up at the spring game and did a nice job for us.
We turn over to defense. Just who are some guys that really stood out there for you, either on the field or just from a leadership position as well?
Well, Will Cross, he's been the captain of the defense, leader of the defense. He's been consistent not only through spring ball and through the spring game, but he's done a great job here through our winter workouts. Will Cole's been another guy that's been really consistent for us in a leadership role, and does a lot of really good things for us on the back end in our secondary. Up front, thought Ben Branscombe, he had a real good spring game, and we expect those sort of things out of him here in the fall as well.
How about, I don't know what all you guys did with specialists, but just anyone on special teams that kind of stood out through the spring ball?
Yeah, we were pretty limited here this spring, obviously being indoors in the sports center. Again, we had the 2 opportunities to get outside here, and then the 3 practices at the High Performance Center. So our kicking punting game really was limited. Probably, the one guy I would say that had an opportunity to practice in all situations was our long snapper, Stefan. I thought he had a nice spring. Again, really limited as far as what we were able to do, though, as far as the game situation.
You did add some coaches here, especially with offensive coordinator Jared Hoddle, and then, Sam Gooding as well. And then, on defensive, just with Tom Miller and Sam Smith, just how did you think those guys really, did as coaches and helped you guys through the spring?
Well, on the offensive side, I thought Jared and Sam did a great job implementing their schemes and things that we want to get done. Really the big thing that they brought was, again, the energy, the enthusiasm, and really we're able to install that into the players here this spring. I thought those guys did an excellent job on the offensive side of the ball. As far as the defensive side, Coach Miller and Coach Smith, I thought those guys did a nice job as well. Coach Miller has a real good understanding of defensive schemes and was able to get things coached up, work on the fundamentals, a lot of the basics, and I thought he did a nice job there, as well as Coach Smith. He ended up coaching both the safeties and the corners, so he did a nice job having a little bit larger group to work with. I thought he did a nice job with that group as well.
Perfect. Thanks for the recap of spring, and good luck heading into the fall.
All right, thanks, Sean.